Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. So today I will be showing you how to make this beautiful party favors. So I recently made these and they turned out really great. So you can get jars, really nice unique jars from Etsy, Amazon, Walmart, and anywhere you shop. Just look for unique, beautiful jars that you can use for your party favors. So, yeah, it started like this because then it's really hot now. So, it would eventually solidify if you have made sure to add the right ingredients. So for this one, I use Buriti oil, and that's why it turned out into that beautiful color. So Buriti oil, I've talked about it on this channel. It is a very luxurious oil that is used for brightening the skin. And for the other jar, I had used mango olein and a combination of simple oils as well, and just wrapped it up nicely in the end with this ribbon, and it turned out great and everyone liked it, so that's the most important thing. Your party favors are just supposed to be catchy and just attractive on the table. So to start, I use mango butter and Cupuacu butter and Kokum butter. So you have to know how to blend these oils depending on the temperature and the weather. So now it's hot, so I made sure to add Kokum butter. You can also add Ilipe nut butter to make sure your butter solidifies and stays relatively solid. It would eventually melt because it's really hot. Like we're getting 100 degrees and above here in Massachusetts. So you just need to add as much stiffness as possible. So I use mango olein primarily in this recipe. You can use mango butter, that's more suitable for the summer weather. But with mango olein, it's just, if you know that you can use this up until the colder weather, then it's advisable to use mango olein. And I would also talk about that later on in this channel. I also added cetyl alcohol. This is not an emulsified butter. It has no water in here, but the cetyl alcohol would make sure that the butter is not too dense and remains spreadable. That's why I've added this ingredient. It's obviously optional. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. It's just something I like to add in certain recipes where I want the butter to be very nicely spreadable, regardless of the ingredients that I've added. So I went ahead to melt everything down. You know the drill on this channel. We have to melt it down. And I always recommend melting down your butters over a double boiler. So do not apply direct heat. If you are not in a rush, just give it time to completely melt, because when you apply high heat, it ends up leading to some form of crystallization, and that could result in grainy butter. You don't want that, so just melt it down slowly and you would have a nicer, smooth butter. So I didn't want to whip up the butters. I just wanted it to set on its own like this. So I melted it down and I'm just pouring it into the jars. As you can see, it turned out to be this yellow, nice color. So if you want your butter to just stay like this, then you would need to use mostly the mango olein and not add too much Kokum butter or Cupuacu butter, just so you can have more of a serum kind of appearance to your butter. But because of the weather and this will be used as party favor, I don't want people butters to start melting in their bags. That's why I went ahead to make sure I added Cupuacu butter and some other stiffeners like Kokum butter, just to balance out the butter in general. So this is the other batch. So I made one batch to be a bit more like beard balm or beard butter, if you want to call it that. And then this one was made primarily for face as a brightening butter or serum. So you can call it anything, but because it's a collection of butters and oils, that's why I call it butter. But it ended up being more of a serum, and you would see that in just a few seconds. So I went ahead to melt it down. As you can tell, the main ingredient here is Buriti oil. So it's a more pricey oil. If you're low on your budget, then you don't need to make it this vibrant. You can add just a little bit of Buriti oil to have a lighter orange consistency or color. You don't need to go heavy on the Buriti oil like I did here. I wanted the butter to be really dark orange, and that's what I ended up with. So you just need to make sure to add some Kokum butter so that you have a nice stiffness and it just doesn't turn into an oil very quickly on you. So this is a collection of Kokum butter, mango olein, some Cupuacu butter, and then the Buriti oil. I believe I added some kukui nut oil here. So you just want to make sure that you want people that are allergic to nuts to stay away from your creation to avoid any problems. So here I'm just going ahead to seal it, and I love the tops on these jars. They were so attractive as a party favor. So party favors are usually specific to for various occasions. So if you're having a birthday party, if you're having a wedding, you just need to know what people would like to see or put in their bags at the end of the day. So this was for a birthday party, and yeah, most people liked the orange one and wanted the orange one more than the other one, but they were the same. I'll say they were just the same price, but maybe this one was a bit more pricey because of the Buriti oil, but I think most of the women were attracted to this one, as was expected. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. This is just me showing how I made this party favor. You can use any kind of jar you like and any kind of decoration to finalize your creation. And that's all that matters. Have a great one, and thank you for watching. Bye.